ultimately we've got to work harder to try and understand the issues that we have, which I think we have. Perhaps we'll see, but we still have to implement changes moving forwards. But yeah, it doesn't really change anything for me.
Yeah, we also have to stay realistic that when you go on the harder compounds again, then normally they should have less issues with their tires, and then they are still, of course, the dominant team, because in qualifying we were a second behind. So yeah, there is still quite a bit of work to do.
You know, have had one very bad week and then one pretty average Sunday lately, I'm just really keen to, you know, get a good result and get the result that I'm a bit chasing for.
I felt very good in the car, and I was very in control of the time management, and more than I've ever been before. So it's yeah, I'm getting better at this, and it's very nice to feel it.
But I think in terms of our competitiveness over the past few races, mainly in Silverstone, we saw a bit more where we are standing compared to the Racing Point and Ferrari and so on. So yeah, I think it's still a good one. You know, Barcelona is the one everyone talks about in terms of really seeing the differences between cars and so on. So I think it's still one we look forward to, but it's probably one that's going to be very challenging for us.
Every driver, this is their most driven track. So yeah, we can all kind of drive here with our eyes closed.
It's going to be a hot one, but you know, it's a strong track for us in winter testing, so looking forward to the weekend.
It felt like ages, and 2 races that were very hard to watch them from TV, so I'm very pleased to be able to be back and to watch them from here.
Yeah, I know how much the car's improved since testing, so I do expect good things from it, but I am curious to see how much. I think the heat is going to make it feel a little, you know, gooey, as they say, you know, with the tyres and that, but I think we're still going to feel the improvements, so looking forward to it. I think we'll be decent around here.
I think there is more to come from me, for sure, in that aspect. I still don't feel like I'm fully at the level I was in 2018. You know, it takes time those things to come back. But as soon as we switch to race mode, you know, I'm there. You know, I'm here and there. I'm putting pressure on the car in front all the time, and it's working very well. So
I moved by analyzing how many points I would actually have without those issues, and that motivates me to see that I would be having a pretty good year if it wasn't for that. So it makes me confident going into this weekend that I don't need to let those issues get into my head too much, and that I imagine myself in a much better situation, because none of those problems were down to my fault. So it keeps me motivated, it keeps me fresh.
Yeah, I think we can find a bit more consistency. I think we all know it, and yeah, we'll try to achieve that. Yeah.
Tomorrow will be an important day. We can see where we are in terms of quality simulation, race simulation, and then we need to try to, you know, still improving, and try to have a better result on the weekend.
In May last year it was also cooler. It's just going to be the difference of having a really hot track. So we will try to adapt to it. We'll try to find the keys to it and the setup to it. So it will be usual work as normal.
It's very hard for me to stand here and blame, you know, different things, and especially the engine, because you just never really know how much of it is in the engine and whatnot. You don't know what the other teams are running, so I'm not gonna speculate too much. I'm just gonna wait and see, and hopefully it plays to our hands. That would be nice. We need a little bit of quali pace, so if that can help us, then great.
It's very difficult. I mean, given how the last weekends have been up and down, I don't have any expectations yet. Ask me again tomorrow.
We'll do our best and see what we get. I think the condition is supposed to stay quite warm, and so it was a different layout, so we'll see what we get.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good benchmark already before coming into this weekend. That's kind of what I was saying. I said we know already from preseason testing we made a good improvement. We've shown from the first races that there's been improvements as well. And now coming back to Barcelona, which really is the reference track for Formula One, I think it'll be nice to kind of solidify and just confirm that we have done that step. So
I think we favour slightly hotter conditions, which is good. Looks like it'll probably be a 2-stop race. A 1-stop probably be very difficult. So we could have a interesting and exciting race on our hands again.
Looking forward to carry on into the same setup direction, and hoping that the car will be to my liking.